First of all, I'm 10 seconds into this show and I'm already overwhelmed. It's too many damn people. But if you've been following my reviews from the beginning, you know that I am very excited about this sect of the franchise because the previews have been making this show look like it's going to be hella messy, full of comedy, full of drama, full of shade, and you guys know that that is what I think makes a good reality TV show. So, without further ado, let's get into Bachelor Winter Games. I don't know why I was so extra. So if you're watching this show and you're wondering why a majority of the contestants, or basically all of the contestants, just about 3 or so, look like Hitler's wet dream, it's because the contestants who are basically not white, if they were like brown or Asian, they had a really hard time getting into the country because a lot of people who are not Aryan visas were denied. I read an interview with the Hollywood Reporter from, I think, the co-EP. Yes, the co-EP, Peter Graber, and he gave a really in-depth interview about the Bachelor Winter Games, and he was just saying that it was unfortunate because they wanted a lot of contestants and they wanted the show to be more diverse, to basically reflect the Bachelor Nation audience at this point. And he was really disappointed that he could not get a lot of the people that they wanted. No shade to the people who are on the show, but they weren't necessarily first picks. Basically a very small percentage of Bachelor Winter Games contestants who were the first round draft. Like a lot of these people were like third on the list. These were not the first contestants that they wanted. Just the ones who could get approved to get into, you know, the nation, the Aryan nation of America, basically. So I feel bad for us because I feel like we're not really getting the show that the producers believe that they could put together. We're getting the show that they could do with what they had. Bennett Graber, I believe that's his name. I don't know what I called him earlier, but it's Bennett. Bennett Graber, the co-EP of the show, he was saying that there was one particular bachelor that he really, really wanted. And if you're watching this from Germany and you know who this bachelor is, please let me know in the comment section below because I really want to like find this guy because he went on and on and on about him. And I think he's Persian descent, but he's German and he was on The Bachelor Germany and they really wanted him. He's a top pick just like Peter, but for whatever reason Peter fell out, but they really wanted him on the show. And unfortunately, we will never get to see him because his visa was denied because he's brown. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with in America. How about you? So before we get into it, just need to let you know, I can't use pictures anymore, guys. The demons at Warner Brother came after me for using, I guess, the pics from the website, so I can't use them anymore. And if I do, I'll put my channel in jeopardy. So please, just use your imagination. Go to the website, look up the people that I'm talking about. Hopefully when my channel gets a bit bigger, I can work with The Bachelor and then I'll be able to use the pictures again. But at this point, I cannot use any pictures or I'll get in a lot of trouble. That's why you haven't seen me for a while. Them demons came after me, y'all. Keep me in your prayers. So Ben is like cute in a weird kind of way. Like there are times when I look at him and I think he's attractive, and then there are other times where I'm just like, what's going on? At certain angles he can get it, but then other angles I'm just like, hell no. How long was Ben engaged? Because he was saying that he was just engaged to some girl in 2017 from, I guess, the show that he was on. And they had like a really long engagement, and then he said it just ended, and then he's back on this show trying to find love. And I'm just like, dude, if you just ended your engagement, I don't think that a reality TV show where you have to compete to find love is kind of where you want to be. Maybe you should start with therapy first. So if you watch my Bachelor reviews, you know that I love me some Bibiana, and I'm very happy that she is on the Winter Games because I felt like, honestly, I felt like Ari didn't really treat her right. I felt like the show didn't give her the respect that I believe that she should have received, like all the other girls. I didn't like the whole date thing where she set up that whole date and then Ari was using it for other girls, and then when she was trying to talk to him, he was just, you know, give me a second. I didn't like it. It made me very uncomfortable. It was very cringeworthy to watch that happen to her on national TV. So I'm glad that she's on this show. I'm glad that she's getting a proper edit and proper shine, because I think after a season like that she just had on The Bachelor, I'm glad that she can, in a sense, redeem her image, because the way they had her looking on that show was hella disrespectful. And then there's Dean in his baby arms. I'm actually glad that Dean is on this show because I feel like he needs to repair himself from Bachelor in Paradise, and he's saying that this is what he wants to do, but I just really think that Dean is just a player, you know what I mean? Like, he's enjoying his time, he's enjoying the attention, and I honestly think that he is not used to this. I feel like Dean is an attractive guy, right? But I don't think that he is used to having so many women wanting to be with him, and then all of a sudden he's thrown into this limelight and he's like this huge star. I think he's really enjoying his time in the spotlight, so I think he'll say whatever he has to say to get on these shows and say that he's looking for love, when he's really just looking for an occasional hookup. Because even in this whole scene where he's running on the beach and he's talking about how he wants to redeem himself and he really is a nice guy and he didn't mean to treat those girls the way he did on The Bachelor in Paradise, while he's saying all of that, there's a clip of him running, and while he's running, he's looking at this woman's behind who has no idea that she's being filmed, and she's like throwing the frisbee to her dog, just enjoying her life, and Dean is looking at her behind while he's running. He's not ready. He just wants to be a star. The jury is still out with me and Yuki. I don't quite know how I feel about her right now. My first impression of her is that she is really adorable. And also, did Santa just grope Yuki? Oh, hell no. So Josiah's back, and I don't know how I feel about him. Like, this is the thing. He got on my nerves on Rachel's season, but I feel like because all of these women are like coming after him about how he's so cocky, it bothers me because I think a lot of people who are not black always have a problem with black people having any kind of confidence, especially a black man. So although he's annoying, I feel like I'm going to be rooting for him because I don't like people taking his shine and trying to steal his joy. Let him be cocky, let him do him, and let him have a damn good time. Who are you to get mad at somebody for having confidence? You don't know what that boy been through. Leslie is another one that I am really interested to see her story progress on this show because I like the fact that she has a backstory that's really emotional. You know what I mean? Like, it really digs at you as a viewer, because when she was talking about like her cancer scare and just everything that she went through, her double mastectomy, I love that she opened up. I love that she was able to really draw us in, and I became very interested in her journey on this show because everybody loves a good comeback story. You know what I mean? Like, how can you not watch this show and like not root for her? You know, like, as soon as she started talking, I just immediately drew into her story because she wasn't telling it like a sob story. This was her life. She's been through a lot, and now she's back and she's ready to find love, and I believe her and I'm invested in her story. So this Haka, listen, I'm not from New Zealand, so I'm gonna mind my damn business, but all I want to say is, whether Fatu Brothers busy, was Sonny Bill Williams not available? Damn, even The Rock could have done this. I was just like, this Haka is hella alabaster. Like, it looked like production put some locals in, you know, some cheap Party City Hawaiian luau costume or whatever kind of outfit. It looked very poorly produced, and I wish they would have just left it out because it was very disrespectful. Now we get to Ashley, who is the main reason why I'm watching this show, because that clip of her crying about being in the friend zone, I said, baby, I don't know what's going on this show, but I am invested off of that clip alone. So I'm happy to see her. She seems very dramatic, and she also seems like she's a little kooky, she's a little off, but she's also here for the cameras, so she's definitely going to give us a good show. How is Luke young and old at the same damn time? Like, I look at him and I get like middle-aged father, and then I get college freshman. I think it's his hair. Like, his hair is very like Wall Street in the front, and then like he turns to the side and it's Degrassi. It's really weird. Thank God Yuki is adorable, because listen, I'm gonna just be real with you. I do a lot of these Bachelor reviews. I do the regular Bachelor, now I'm doing Bachelor Winter Games. This show is on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. It's a lot of Bachelor that I watch and review. I ain't feel like reading no damn subtitles, but thank God that Yuki is adorable, because I'll brave through subtitles for Yuki. And Yuki alone. This Bachelor Japan clip of Yuki was so shady. I need to find out how I can watch the international Bachelor shows, because Bachelor Japan look hella messy and hella shady. When homeboy cut Yuki and put all his other hoes on a plane and sent her walking down the red carpet crying to production, I was just like, oh, I'm here for this mess. I need to see it from the beginning to the end. Yuki says, let me tell you something. You had every damn right to punch that man in his forehead, because what you're not gonna do is cut me and not let me get on the jet. No, you cut me and you put me on the jet, and then you and them hoes go and live happily ever after. But don't cut me and send me crying looking like a damn fool on national TV. Hell to the no. You too sweet, girl. You too sweet. Also, the jury is still out with me concerning Yuki, because at times I feel like she's scamming. Then at other times I feel like this is really who she is, because it has nothing to do with the language barrier. Like, this is Bachelor International or whatever. Like, people are coming from all over. So I know there's going to be some kind of language barrier, right? I feel like she's doing the most though. You know what I mean? I feel like she's putting it on. I feel like she is giving me like Japanese Paris Hilton, like she doesn't know what's going on. And it's more than the language barrier. You know what I mean? Like, I can understand not understanding, but there are people who on this show who don't speak English at all either, or a little bit of English, and they listen differently. They respond differently. Yuki is so, seriously guys, she's giving me Volley Girl, where it's just like, oh my God, I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, Yuki, you know exactly what's going on. And I don't have a problem if she's scamming. Actually, I'm here for it, because I would love to see like Yuki scam the hell out of this show. You know what I mean? Like, just act like she has no idea what's going on. And then like later in the season, we cut to a confessional of Yuki like speaking perfect English and then jumping into like French and then like all these different languages, and our voices in a deeper registry, and she's just like, I'm here to win, baby. Can you imagine the meltdown that Twitter worldwide would have if Yuki is scamming this show? Oh man, I hope she's scamming. Canadian Kevin gives me Hercules with a dash of The Mask. Christian from Germany seems like he's going to be a lot of trouble, because and I don't think that he was being racist or whatever with the way that he was describing women. Again, I'm going to let a few things slide on this show that I wouldn't on The Bachelor, because I do think that it's a language barrier and there's like some communication issues. So when Christian was talking about he likes black women, light women, dark women and all, he was just saying that he doesn't have a type. He's here to find love and it doesn't matter. I don't think that he was, you know, being derogatory by saying he likes light or dark. You know, I don't think that he was being derogatory, but I feel like he's going to be some trouble. We have a person on this show who has like no type. I think we also have a bisexual woman on this show, and I think that's going to be interesting as well. I don't know if ABC will explore it. I hope they do, but I don't think they will. But I like that we have people on this show who are fluid, and we also have people who are used to dating around without, you know, racial or cultural barriers. So I like that, because I feel like, especially on The Bachelor, there was, with Rachel's season, there was a lot of, oh, this is my first time dating a black girl, or can you bring me home? And all of this stuff that I didn't feel like sitting through. You know what I mean? As somebody who deals with racism on a daily basis, I like to escape, and I did not feel like dealing with that. So I like the fact that we have people on here who was used to dating outside of their race, outside of their nationality. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that we have somebody like that on the show, and I'm also glad that we have somebody who's fluid, because I feel like it just adds another layer to the show. But again, I don't think that ABC is going to explore it. Courtney has aged significantly since his season. How long ago was his season? Because from the clip that they showed to the clip that they have of him today, he does not look the same. Miracle season is here with that sexy beard. Oh my goodness. I would sign up. If he's The Bachelor, I would sign up just to see how far I would make it. I think I would be too scared to like go through with it, but he's so fine. I would just sign up just for him and that beard. Cut the beard, Eric. I'm not signing up. You're lost. And the fact that we don't have a lot of people from other countries is very disappointing. Like, America has a whole freaking high school. Germany has Christian. You know what I mean? There's a lot of other countries that just don't have a lot of people, and it's so unfortunate. Like, seriously, guys, you have to read that Hollywood Reporter interview with Bennett Graber, because you really get a sense of what kind of show we could be watching, and then to see what we have, like, in a sense ended up with. I'm like, it's so disappointing. I really would like to have seen bachelors and bachelorettes from all over really mingle, and not just a select few that passed the color test for a racist administration. It's unfortunate. It really, really is unfortunate in a lot of ways, not just in entertainment, but I won't get into it. But it's just sad, because I really would like to have been able to see people from all over really interact, and not get this kind of edited version of the show. So this Bachelor Winter Games anthem, why did they play that girl like that? I felt so bad. I'm telling you, when she was singing, I was like, is that Enya? So high pitched. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie, not Mannequin, Splash with Daryl Hannah. She like Daryl Hannah played this mermaid who will like, you know, when you throw water on her, she becomes a mermaid. But she had like this kind of voice where it was so high pitched it sounded like a dolphin, and that was how she could communicate with like her mermaid people and, you know, fish or whatever. That's what this girl sounds like. Like it sounds like a dolphin. Poor thing. You know what, Bachelor Winter Games, you knew good and well y'all was playing that girl. Oh my gosh, when I saw Trista and Ryan, guys, I started to cry. Like, real talk, I love that couple. I watched the very first Bachelorette. Did I watch the Bachelor? I don't even remember the first Bachelor, but I remember watching Trista's season with my mom, and I fell in love with that couple. I love the fact that they're still together. I love the fact that when they got together, they got married on TV or whatever, and they got out of the limelight because it wasn't, at that time, the show was really new, and it was really about finding love. It was not about making somebody a star, and they're just the real deal to me. So I loved seeing Trista and Ryan. Like, they're like literally the Jay-Z and Beyonce of this franchise. They began pairing up with Hercules. So people are coupling up, and really quickly, which is weird, but I guess, you know, hormones are flowing and people are just like, international sex, let's do it. Anyway, Josiah's getting on my damn nerves. I told you I was going to go up for him because I did not like the fact that a lot of women already didn't like him and were calling him cocky. It bothered me. Like, you don't know somebody and you're already coming in with an impression of him. And I don't think that Josiah made an impression enough for all the women to be like, we don't like him. So that bothered me, right? But he's getting on my damn nerves. First of all, he's fetishing Ali, and that's really pissing me off by saying that black men like a good badunkadunk. First of all, we don't even say badunkadunk no more. Like, that's 2000 and late. Like, what are you talking about? Speaking of Fergie, you know what? I ain't even going to get into Fergie. Whew, she's been through enough. Anyway, it's just like, don't come on the show and be ignorant. Like, don't say dumb stuff like that. Yes, black men like a big behind. They also like somebody with some big hips. It's just whatever culture of man thinks or identifies with something on a woman being fertile. Like, white men love titties. It's because to them, their groins or their loins or whatever, they see titties and they see, you know, a fertile woman. That is what their minds think. They see big boobs and they're like, oh, she's fertile. Their mind isn't thinking that, but their loins are thinking that. It's just a mating thing. And with black men or with Hispanic men, like, Hispanic men is more hips. With black men and Italian men, okay? Come to Philly, girl. Let me stop. But black men and Italian men like a big behind. Yes, it absolutely has to do with sex or whatever, but it's more just how that culture of man views fertility. That's all it is. And I hate the fact that he's like making this blanket statement about black men. It's so ignorant, and it's just, it just got on my nerves because I'm just like, dude, this is exactly what you should not do when you're meeting somebody from a different country who only knows about people who look like you through the media, which already gives a very negative and bastardized version of who we really are. I just wanted him to represent a little bit better, like my baby Miracle season, but Josiah is going to be Josiah. He's here for the cameras as well, so I expected it, but I just did not expect him to get on my nerves so early on. And let's talk about Ali, because I don't know where she's from, but if New Zealand has a ghetto, Ali's definitely from it. Actually, it's very gorgeous, right? I feel like she doesn't know that. I think that she takes herself out of like the competition dating wise because she's salivating over Kevin. And I'm like, girl, there are so many other guys here. Not saying that Kevin isn't attractive, but I'm just like, you have put all your eggs in one basket. And maybe she's like that from her season, but it's just so weird that she would just jump on one guy and obsess about it when she has somebody like Luke, when there's somebody like, what's his name, Ben. There are a lot of guys here that I felt could be a good match for her, but she just focused in on Kevin, and it became very obsessive and alarming. That crying friend zone scene was everything I hoped it would be. Thank you for delivering, Ashley. I'm glad that my girl Bibiana is getting some play. Like I said before, I didn't like how Ari treated her on his season, but I'm glad that she is, you know, that somebody who is considered very attractive and very athletic, you know, like this guy that everybody kind of wants, is into my girl Viviana. It's about time. It's about time. I told you she was going to flourish on some other sect of like this Bachelor Nation franchise, and I'm glad that I was right, because I felt like after the season she was on with Ari, she needed this. So I like Leslie. I want her to find love. I do not like Leslie and Dean. Here is why. I feel like Dean is getting under Leslie because he wants to repair his image from Bachelor in Paradise. So I feel like he's going after, and this is not how I see her, but in my mind, I'm thinking that this is probably how he's viewing her. I think he wants to go after the sickly girl to try to get some kind of brownie points. Like, oh my goodness, Dean is falling in love with this woman who battled cancer. He's making her feel loved again. You know, I just feel like he's kind of doing it. Dean is grimy enough to do it. Dean is cute, but he's also grimy. If you haven't watched Bachelor in Paradise, then you need to watch it, and you need to see how grimy Dean can really get. Because what he did to that Russian girl, Christina, or whatever, what he did to her was totally wrong. I still ain't forgave him for that. Oh my gosh, like there's still more people here. I like how they just stopped introducing people, because I have no idea who like half these people are. But people keep on getting camera time, and I'm like, are they actually in the house, or is this just an extra? I really like Claire and Benoit together. I feel like Claire has been put through the ringer on her Bachelor seasons or whatever. And I think that she is somebody who is not, or did not come into this house expecting somebody to be all over her, especially somebody younger. You know what I mean? And Benoit is like really into her, and I like that. I like how he's into her. I like how she's feeling herself. I hope she doesn't get out of hand with it, and like is very responsible and clear about her decisions with Benoit, because he seems to have zoned in on her, and she seems to be more enjoying the attention. I don't know if she is getting as invested in him as he is getting into her. I hate this twist, because I feel like people are only going to vote off people they don't know. So it's stupid. Like, people have only known each other for a couple hours, not even, there are some people who haven't even spoke to other people, and you're giving them the power to vote somebody off who they don't think is here for love. People don't know that. Like, nobody has gotten time to really know anybody. So at this point, the only people who are getting voted off are people who don't have a lot of friends in this house. And I think that's unfortunate. I don't like the twist, especially because this twist just starts knocking off really good people. My baby Miracle season, although I don't think he's yet ready for love, he still deserves a chance in this house. You know what I mean? And I don't like how all of a sudden all the ladies are coming at Josiah, especially that one that looked like Five Goes West. Basically, because Josiah didn't go after her, he should go home. He's not really here for love because he ain't find your funny looking self attractive. Girl, sit down. And Five Goes West plan actually didn't end up working for her, because she actually got sent home trying to send Josiah home. She should have been focusing on staying in that damn house. And also, I hated the fact that she was trying to act like she was looking out for Ali when she was just like, I don't think he's here for the right reasons or whatever. No, honey, you were jealous because Josiah went for Ali and not you. Maybe you were feeling Josiah and Josiah wasn't feeling you, so you were just like, let me get him out the house, and you ended up getting your funny looking self evicted from the house. See what happens when you do clownery, honey? Clownery comes back to bite. So basically that's where it ends. Next week looks like it's going to be really good. I feel like eventually at some point it looks like Leslie is going to pull a Dean, and I'm here for that twist. And also it seems like Claire is going to have like a whole breakdown, because I'm guessing she's turning into a player and she doesn't really know what she's doing and it's not working out. Whatever it is, I can't wait to see it. But before I close out, I want to talk about Yuki for a second, because I don't like the way she's being filmed, right? Like I said, I don't know if she's scamming or not, but I still don't like her edit, because I feel like this show is making fun of her and not lifting her up. I feel like they're punching down, and it's very uncomfortable to watch. It's very uncomfortable to watch, like, not all, but a few of the people try to talk to her, and the way they're talking to her and mimicking her accent, especially Chris Harrison, it's very uncomfortable. I don't like it, and I kind of, for that reason, want her to go home on this show, because I don't feel like they're going to handle her character properly, and I don't feel like her character on the show will develop, like who she is will develop properly, because they're looking at her as like some old 1940s stereotype that is very uncomfortable to watch, especially as a person of color. So I don't know, I kind of want Yuki to go, although I think she's adorable. I like seeing her on my TV screen. I don't think that this show is handling Yuki properly. Unless she's scamming. If she's scamming, oh, Yuki, please tell me that you're scamming. Please, I want you to scam the hell out of this show, especially with the edit that they're giving you. Anyway, that's where it ends. Stick around because I'm also going to watch and review the following episode. So stick around if you like what you see here. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you for the following episode coming up of Bachelor Winter Games. See you then. Bye, guys.